Hello, Kris here. Doom Telly time, episode 75. Can you believe my what is it? Diamond Jubilee of episodes. Who would have thunk I'd have got this far? Who would have thought I would have got this far with people still watching this fucking nonsense? But hey, thank you ever so much for doing so. It keeps me entertained. So yeah, episode 75. And today's episode is going to be an entry to the magnificent Gordon over at Black and Tim's. Shout out, Gordon. He's at 400 subscribers, so he's doing a little competition. And this today will be my entry for it. So, without further ado, updates. GODTHRYMM, no updates from last time. Still beavering away in the background, getting stuff ready, plotting gigs for next year, plotting songs for next year. It's all very exciting and all whirring away behind the scenes. So that's a very quick GODTHRYMM update. CROWSBLOOD update, new song in the bank, and it sounds fucking magnificent. So that is 6 songs now that we've got for what's got to be the album. I feel like we only need another 1, 2 most. Be nice to have another 2, a nice round 8 for 4 on the A side, 4 on the B side. That's what we all like, innit, kids? Not that it's going to get vinyl press likely, but anyway. So yeah, CROWSBLOOD going nicely. Green Sabre rehearsed weekend just gone, sounding really, really good, crisp, and ready for our gig at Night Train in Bradford, supporting Gods of Hellfire. On Saturday the 7th of December. Be there or be a square, because we're going to be a 4-piece at this live extravaganza. A good friend has offered to step in and take on live duties for that gig, so I cannot wait. I'll tell you it is at some point, but just not yet. I'm going to keep you waiting, because that's what I'm like. So those are the band updates, so let's get back to the let's cut to chase. And today's video, as I mentioned earlier, is for Gordon Donaldson over at... What I say, Donaldson? Have I just fucking made that up? Anyway, Gordon over at Black and Tim's. That's what I know him as. And yeah, he's a fucking top bloke. He's been dead supportive of pretty much everything I do musically. He's a great lad. He's got some more than interesting musical taste. Go out and check out his videos. There'll be a link to his competition video down below anyway, but if you don't know about him, and I'll be amazed if you're watching this and you don't, go and check out his content. Yeah, he's got some interesting and obscure little stuff that he puts on there, but yeah, go and check him out. But yeah, he's at 400 subs and he's doing a competition. Now the competition is thusly: tell us where you're from, essentially, in a roundabout way. So you have to sort of spell out the place where you live, where you reside. Sorry, I've got a stinking cold, so you'll have to put up with me coughing and spluttering my way throughout this. So yeah, spell out where you're from via the gift of vinyl or physical media. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, as most of you'll know, I'm from dirty Leeds. But Leeds is a bit of a boring name. L-E-E-D-S. 2 E's for a kickoff. So I've gone for the little part of Leeds that I live. I live in a place called FARSLEY, which is technically Borough of Pudsey, which is part of Leeds. So it's quaint, it's nice, it's refined. It's getting awfully fucking gentrified round here for my own liking, but fucking 'tis the way of the world these days. But an ultimate limit means that I still have to live in this fucking elaborate bag of crisps that I fucking live in, and we can't move up to that next stage because all the fucking hipsters from Chapel Allerton and whatnot have started taking all houses. Anyway, let's not get into that here. So I'm going to spell out the little town of FARSLEY. I mean, it's technically a village, really, within the Leeds barriers. I mean, in grand scheme of things, I think I'm actually nearer as the crow flies to Bradford city centre than I am to Leeds. Let me get my bearings, yeah. But I'm Leeds postcode and I'm dirty Leeds, so that's how it'll be. FARSLEY. So let's start. FARSLEY begins with a F, kids. So let's dig this masterpiece out. It is one of Mike Patton's gazillion fucking side projects, Fantomas. They released 4 albums, I want to say. Yeah, self-titled, director's cut, Delirium, Cordia, and the one that was a calendar. Forgotten what it was, suspended animation. Anyway, this is the best one for me. Phantom Ass, director's cut, and it's just a fucking ton of movie soundtracks, movie themes done Phantom Ass style. Essentially, if you don't know anything about this band, you've got Mike Patton going fucking loopy on vocals. You've got Buzz Osborne out of the Melvins on guitar. You've got Trevor Dunn out of Melvins, Light, Melvins, Mr. Bungle, various other things. He's playing bass. And you have the almighty Dave Lombardo on drums. And it is magnificent. Now, a lot of Phantom Ass stuff is a little on the experimental side, and it's not for everyone, quite frankly. However, start with this. If you want to dive into Phantom Ass and check them out, maybe avoid the debut album and suspended animation and Delirium Cordia for now. And start with this, because like I say, this is all just straight up bangers. It's movie themes done fucking intensely. And it's fucking great. So that's my F for Farsley. Phantom Ass. My A, could have picked fucking millions, could have picked Autopsy, but I've shown quite a lot of Autopsy records recently, so I decided I'd go for something else. Could have picked Alice in Chains, I've shown them recently as well. Could have shown Acid Rain, but I thought maybe not. I've got a few of them. But I thought I'd show this work of magnificent. It is Denmark's Afsky. Black Metal Supremacy. This album is Afsky's best effort for me personally, so far. But it's fucking great. It is just great. Pure black metal majesty, atmospheric black metal, some great melodies within here, tortured screams, brilliantly apt cover. It's just fucking ace. I mean, like I say, I'm going to try not to waffle too much about these, but I've already fucking wasted 5 minutes on the so yeah, for ASCII. Not got many R's in the collection, but I thought I'd dig this one out because it's particularly relevant currently. Russian Circles are my favourite album of theirs, Memorial. Yes, Memorial. Yeah, it's just fucking great. This, if you don't know much about Russian Circles, almost entirely instrumental band. There is one song on here where Chelsea Wolfe does vocals, which is Memorial, the last track on here, and it's beautiful. But Russian Circles do some incredible melodies and heavy as fuck as well. They're a 3-piece from Chicago, I want to say. Anyway, magnificent band. Sorry. Particularly magnificent record as well. And dug these out because they're particularly relevant currently, because this weekend coming, I'm off to Damnation with, we're on a CROWSBLOOD day out again. So me, Lee and Aki will be storming to the BEC in the Salford part of Manchester. Yeah, I'm going and checking that out. So, and Russian Circles are on, so I'm very much looking forward to it. It will be the second time that I'll have seen them. I caught them first time round, then in fact what got them on my radar. They supported Mastodon on, I want to say on Once More Around the Sun tour, but it was somewhere around that area anyway. And yeah, I was hooked ever since, and I'm right looking forward to seeing them again. So my R in Farsley is Russian Circles. My S, could have picked fucking millions, so I figured I would just give it the chance to dig out something that I don't think I've shown yet on here. So just an excuse to show this. The S, of course, stands for Sleep, and this is the Clarity single. I picked this up from Crash Records in Leeds on magnificent sort of look. It's etched on that side. You can't really see because of the cover, but yeah, I can assure you there is an etching on that side. You can see a bit of it there. Nice bit of green thrown into it there. Yeah, lovely bit of vinyl. So this is my Sleep Clarity 12-inch single. Great song, great band, and a worthy S in Farsley. Right, L. I ain't got many L's. It was either Living Colour or Led Zeppelin that are currently in the collection. I need to adjust that. But then I found this, remembered this. One of my favourite soundtracks of all time. The L stands for Lost in Translation soundtrack, and also a worthy excuse to show Scarlett Johansson's backside on my videos once again. I feel like this might be the third outing that Scarlett Tuckers has had. But anyway, so yeah, Lost in Translation soundtrack. Not for everyone. There's a lot of shoegaze type stuff on here. But Kevin Shields, your man from My Bloody Valentine, is sort of the main bod behind the soundtrack on this, and there's some fucking magnificent tunes on here. I mean, you've got Jesus and Mary Chain on here as well. Air, French band, My Bloody Valentine, of course. And various other bits and pieces. But yeah, a really mellow, melodic, shoegazy, electronic kind of soundtrack, and I fucking love it. I was so glad that it finally got just a standard black vinyl repress a year or two back now. Because it was one of them, the original vinyl goes for fucking daft money. I missed out on it on a record store day release in, God, going back some now, but it got a record store day release on like a kind of magenta vinyl or something. Missed that. There was only about 5 or 6 copies came into crash that day where I'd queued, and yeah, by the time I got through the door, they had long gone. But fantastic, fantastic album that I finally have. Love it. FARSLEY. FARSLEY. And the E, look no further than the Magnificent Emperor. Is this a fancy vinyl? Oh yeah, it's a black and red swirl. Shall we have a look, kids? Let's have a look. So yeah, I love Emperor. I mean, to a degree, as such, like my favourite. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that fancy? Yeah. I absolutely adore In the Night Side Eclipse. But this early EP is even better, I would say. It's certainly the definitive version of fuck's it called? I'm the Black Wizards. The definitive version of that, even though that's a great version on Nightside. But this is magnificent. I do like anthems to the Welkin as well, but they're just beginning to lose me at that point. There's a little bit much symphonic creep in it. There was always a symphonic nature to Emperor. Let's not beat around the bush. But yeah, this early stuff is just its rawest, purest form, and where they were just fucking firing on all cylinders. So yeah, the E in FARSLEY goes to Emperor. And the Y, to finish off, one of my favourite bands of all time, and a massive influence on the Green Sabre sound, of which I've mentioned countless times. But it is, of course, keeping its cover for now, Yob. What a band. I mean, this is their latest release, and it came out 6 years ago now. I am just beginning to wonder whether we're ever going to see any more Yob releases. I'm a little concerned, but I mean, shit, if they do go out on this, it's a hell of a way to go out, our raw heart. But what a band, what a fucking band, they're just ace. I feel like this is a limited as well. It's just like a purple or something. Let's find out, kids, shall we? In the words of Bag, let's find out. So, yeah, there it is. Nice, eh? Limited press. Goes for a few quid now, does this. I found this in... surprise, surprise, Crash Records in Leeds, where I find most of my exceptional vinyl. And fucking Relapse covers, honestly. And it were quite pricey. In fact, the price tag's gone now. It's fallen off since. But it was an import, so I feel like it was about 35, 36 quid 6 years ago. So it's quite a bit of money, but it's so good that I had to have it. But yeah, just fucking magnificent album. Magnificent album. So my Y in FARSLEY. So that spells out FARSLEY, where I'm from. If any of you are in the Leeds area, let me know if you come to FARSLEY. We do have a record shop here now. It's been here about a year, I think. And, you know, it's not awful. It's quite good in actual fact. It's like most record shops. It specialises in that indie nonsense for the most part. But there are some bargains to be had in there. Can't remember the name of it, though. But I may have only been twice. But yeah, so nice part of the world. But I figured FARSLEY was a bit more interesting than Leeds. So, yeah. Right, that's my entry. Wish me luck. And again, top man is Gordon. So, I couldn't let his competition go by without entering something myself. So, that's it. Don't know what else you want. So, I'm going to go off and snivel for the rest of the day while I work from home. I do. I'm a very industrious chap, you know. So... thanks for watching. Next week's video, I suspect is going to be another, in my decade of metal, it'll be 1993. I suspect that's one that's going to get an out. Actually, no, it won't. I'll have done Damnation. So it will be my annual Damnation review. This will be the third one that I've done. So, yeah, very much looking forward to Damnation this year. We've got Cradle of Filth, Russian Circles, Ahab, Resin, High Parasite are on. Who else do I want to see? Inter Armour, although I think they clash with someone that we're going to watch instead. There's Gate Creeper on. Anyway, there's loads of good stuff, so I'm right looking forward to it. Hopefully I will have recovered by then. If not, I'll just have to fucking get pilled up and see my way through it for 12 hours. So yeah, next week's video will likely be my Damnation rundown, my Damnation review. But until then, thanks ever so much for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And I'll see you next time, kids. Toodle pip.